the Hype Hustle podcast, about to sit you down. Go and fix your crown. This ain't a grain of salt.
What I heard you say was really defined for me was everybody plays a part.
Yes.
And I think, I don't remember exactly what you said, but you said the people that do it right, or something of the sort you said.
Yes.
And that hit me hard because there's so many people. I tell people all the time, I posted this on Facebook like probably a couple of weeks ago. There's a difference between an employee, self-employed, and an entrepreneur. There are three different levels.
Yep.
W-2, 1099, business owner. And I had to realize that stepping into the industry that I'm stepping into and the people that I'm around, because I was calling myself a business owner when in reality, I was a freelancer for 10 years. That's all I was a freelancer. I can understand your 1099, you run everything through your social, you have a LLC, that's cool. You own a business. But being an entrepreneur is a whole different ballgame. The guy you met downstairs, multiple businesses.
Yeah.
You know, like the people I'm around, like they talk about profit margins, they talk about equity and assets, they talk about, there's a whole different conversation in the game. And I feel like the ego comes into play where it's, I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
Well, are you really? Or are you a freelancer that has dreams and aspirations? And I feel like as people, we need to be honest with ourselves. First and foremost with ourselves of where we're at. Like you said, you're honest with yourself when you edit. If you don't feel it, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people fake the funk because of the social media era, because of all that. And I feel like being honest with ourselves is going to first and foremost help us support correctly without biasness, and it's going to help us invest back into our community too.
Yeah.
So just to piggyback off of what you were saying,
Totally.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of people get it mixed up, and people have opinions, people have politics, people have, oh well, this person did me dirty, this person did me dirty. When we really look at all in all, Vegas as a community, we're getting hit with a lot of commotion. Like a lot of people are moving out here. There's sports. There's all types of things happening.
Yeah.
If we don't take advantage of it now within our downtown and our cultural community, somebody's going to come in and somebody's going to take over.
Yeah.
They do it everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why I asked that question, because I want to make sure that I connect with people and I help people that are, like you said, have good intentions, want to grow.
Yeah.
You know, and they want to help each other. Like, I can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
I got somebody on the camera. I got somebody on filming content. I got somebody doing engineering.
Yeah.
You realize that we need each other.
We do.
That's really all it is. My bad. I went on a tangent.
No. I want to say, no, you were spitting.
Hey, I was learning too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. I think also a big one is staying positive.
Yes.
I think, so I'm actually doing a short film.
Okay.
It's going to come out for that Desert Muse award ceremony that I'm going to do. I'll say the name.
When is that?
The 22nd Sunday.
Okay.
September.
I'm sending y'all all invites.
Okay.
Yeah, she will send this.
100%.
We already talked about this.
Okay. Cool.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing a short film, and I'm calling it Au Naturel, and it's going to be about Vegas culture.
Amen.
I think people have perspectives on Vegas. Like, I respect either, but some people are very negative or very positive. That's one thing I've learned. I think everything is an opportunity, and I think every city has its thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Vegas is that it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say support, like, let's say the right people too, that is very subjective. That is in your group and your, you know, like, I'm not saying don't do this, but I think the people who have the right idea about Vegas and they're like, Vegas is an opportunity with all the commotion coming in.
Yeah.
Or they're like, there's too much commotion and it's changing. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's like the consequence of
commotion.
Evolving.
Yeah, evolving. Yeah.
You know, when you evolve, a lot of more shit comes.
Yeah.
And we just have to adjust to it, you know? And the people that can adjust will be the ones that really can cement the culture. That's what I think.
And that's true, because in reality, business in general, you have to learn how to adjust.
Yes, yeah.
In
life, like,
if I
should
literally,
adjust,
you could
like,
wake up and wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and then immediately you have to make a choice.
Man.
Okay, I'm either going to be upset all day, or I'm going to change my perspective and do something about it and move forward.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my son yesterday because Love him to death, but he's tripping.
Uh-oh.
But so I had to have that conversation as a dad, right? And when I was having the conversation, I told him, I said, you have a choice every day when you wake up. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you can get back up.
Yeah.
Like you as a child, even 9 years old, can wake up in a bad mood. You can wake up and your sister's in your room messing with something and you all of a sudden in a bad mood. And you have a choice right now to either make this right and just move on, or you can dwell in it and sulk and moan and complain. And that's where a lot of creatives get mixed up.
Yeah.
We'll have an event and one thing will happen. And instead of changing our perspective, another thing happens. Another thing happens. Yeah. Literally loop after loop after loop. And it's like we have to, as creatives and as humans and as business people, we have to learn to adjust.
Yeah.
The faster you can adjust, the faster you can grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I want to say this too.
Go ahead.
There is nothing true except the present.
Mm.
And what
Bars.
Let's go into it. Let's get into it. I thought about this the other day. So you can always change the narrative. Mm-hmm. You can describe yourself as, let's say, just to be like this, a loser until one day you aren't, and then you aren't anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a loser, like, you know, but maybe there was a up until a certain
frame.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can always change the narrative. So let's say, like, you know, when it comes to school, when it comes to your craft, the dancer, anything, you could be something bad right now, but give it a few years of like real
hard
grinding.
work,
You could be anything you want to be.
Yeah.
So there's nothing true. So if you say maybe one day like, oh, like this day sucks, but that's why I love tomorrow, man. Glorilla, shout out to Glorilla. That's why I love tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love that line so much. That is an affirmation because at the end of the day, today is today, blah, okay. But I hope that tomorrow you have a different perspective.
Yep.
And you're like, actually, like, let me kill. That happened to me low key. Like, sometimes just to piggyback off of a while ago, I lose motivation and I have to figure out how to reach into my soul and find like a cockiness.
Yeah.
And just be like, I am her. Like, when have I ever not shown up?
Yeah.
And I have to start just doing all that because I'm like, nah, like, I gotta change that. Like, oh, I'm not good enough. What the fuck am I talking about, bro?
Yeah.
You did this. You did that. And like, that's why I do so much too. Because I need that like constant reassurance, to be honest. Like, you can do it. You're more than capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that is literally you just realizing who the hell you are.
Every day.
Like, you have to wake up and realize, like, look in the mirror and be like, I'm that dude.
That's
Stop
me.
making it so small and being like, oh, nah, like you've always shown up.
What I tell people all the time, I'm like, let's take this logistically, right?
Whoa.
I have 3,000 followers on Instagram.
Come on.
Imagine if I had 3,000 people in here.
Oh.
No, I'm
when
out.
you really take that logistically, you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, we don't really
every
think about that.
Important. Yes,
exactly.
every person's
and
important.
what people, I heard one of my mentors, he said, every view is a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when we really break that down, even 100, even 50,
yes,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
Be
that's
grateful.
crazy that 50 people watch my thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Amen. You know what I'm saying? So
always be grateful.
Always
be grateful.
Always. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Hive Hustle Podcast. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Also, follow our partner, Swarm Branding. We'll see y'all next time.